In this video we'll find a manual for an coordinated mind. So now that you see every one of the advantages of an coordinated mind, you have a few thoughts of the areas of your life that can improve by take back this control. You really want to know how to get to that point. We've proactively taken a gander at the common sense advances that you can take at home, at work, and in your own life to get free of the mayhem. What's more, mess this can simplify life, also more joyful. Be that as it may, how might you make viable moves to arrange your brain? The following are a couple of top tips to get you begun. Make records and diaries. Many individuals view that as making records or it is to begin a diary. Effective method for clearing their brains. It will dispose of all the messiness that keeps them from pushing ahead in their lives. You might observe that you can't concentrate on the errands that you want to achieve, since they appear to be running over and over in your mind. Making a rundown out of every one of the positions and tasks that you really want to achieve will assist with setting those nosy contemplations free. Having an agenda of everything you really want to finish will help you to see initially all that should be overcame toward the end of the day, week, or month. At the point when you can tick every oddball, you will experience an extraordinary feeling of prosperity. At an unparalleled piece of handiwork. Journaling is another valuable procedure. It very well may be utilized to incredible impact to clear your brain and dispose of the messiness that keeps you from pushing ahead with your life. You might be feeling restless, focused, or discouraged about circumstances in your day-to-day existence. Keeping notes in a journal or diary will help to carry a lucidity to the circumstance, put it into point of view, and empower you to track down a way forward. It will likewise assist you with delivering the strain that develops when you're incapable to articulate your thoughts. Furthermore, release the sentiments that are causing you hopelessness. Journaling additionally assists you with spotting designs in your day-to-day existence. It helps you to recognize definitively what causes you to feel hopeless, pushed, irate, or restless. You can take activity to keep away from those triggers or address them in a solid manner the following time those circumstances emerge. Figure out how to give up. It very well may be difficult to learn instructions to give up, since a large number of us are brought up in a climate where we stick onto things, whether those be assets, feelings, or connections. Sadly, this will in general apply to both the positive, what's more, negative ones. Everybody will go through times in their lives when they feel miserable, furious, or disappointed. This is totally typical. Also, is something that can't be kept away from, nor would it be a good idea for it be. The way to defeating those sentiments, however, lies by the way you manage them. Do you harp on them and ruminate over them over and over, or on the other hand, do you figure out how to deliver them from your psyche and let them go? Mental mess and tumult can follow if you don't relinquish the negative feelings and sentiments that you're sticking onto for dear life. The more you spend zeroing in on them, the less investment you have accessible for the positive feelings that you really want to take advantage of life. While this checks out, it tends to be harder than you envision to relinquish those negativities. So here are a couple of master tips to assist you with confronting the aggravation. Assuming you're feeling restless or pushed, your automatic response will be to safeguard yourself. Also, stow away from the personal commotion. Anyway, you really want to go through the antagonism to start the course of recuperation. Assuming that you postpone the interaction, you won't ever be ready to totally conquer what you're feeling. Try not to deceive yourself. Distinguish some portion of the pessimistic feelings you're encountering. Try not to attempt to persuade yourself that things aren't downright horrendous. Rather, recognize it, remember it, and then acknowledge it. Recall, nothing will endure forever. Gloomy feelings are more grounded than positive ones. Yet, you should remember that regardless how awful it feels, they won't endure forever. Self-reflect. Try not to get caught in that frame of mind, descending, twisting. Think about what's occurred. Also, sort out how you can stay away from dropping into a pit where all the more terrible things will definitely happen. Don't fear the future, in spite of the fact that you have pessimistic feelings now. What's in store is splendid. What's more, you can ascend and embrace it, as it were, after you let these gloomy sentiments go. Stay away from performing various tasks we as a whole are attempting to shuffle more than at some other time in history, so it isn't too amazing that we as a whole attempt to perform various tasks. However, this isn't generally so accommodating as you would envision. Performing various tasks will make you less, not more, useful. Proof has shown that assuming you shift between errands, you can squander as much as 40% of useful time while you feel like you're accomplishing more. The odds are good that you're not. Assuming you put all of your attention on one assignment, it will be finished all the more productively. And furthermore, more actually performing various tasks adversely affects the nature of the result you produce. It's even been shown that performing multiple tasks influences adversely on the way your mind works, dialing it back, also making it less productive. That implies you want to wipe out superfluous interruptions that are causing your mental mess. Also, slender down your concentration to the undertaking close by. Decide and adhere to them when you're ready to pursue a choice and stick to it. You can truly remove the uncertain mess and tumult that fills your head when you haven't arranged a particular strategy. While it might sound easy to make a choice, the truth isn't that all of the time simple. A large number of us falter between conceivable outcomes, also battle to descend on one side or the other. At the point when there are two distinct choices, the key to successful and definitive choice making is to truly zero in on what's significant and to remember that delight will very likely not be quick. You should be self-trained once you've focused on a strategy. Also, not be enticed to fall at the first obstacle. On the off chance that you don't stay with the choice you've made, you'll always be unable to accomplish a reasonable brain and assume back command over your life. Be caring to yourself in the event that you're to really sort out your psyche and discover a genuine sense of reconciliation. You'll have to figure out how to begin being caring to yourself. While a large portion of us concur that graciousness carries better quality to your life, large numbers of us actually neglect to show ourselves the taking care of oneself that makes us more joyful. Furthermore, more certain yet, what does being kind to yourself really mean? How can it search by and by? Basically, you'll need to figure out how to sustain yourself. After all, you can't depend on benevolence being displayed to you by outsiders. In any case, you can constantly show it to yourself. Being caring to yourself implies looking after your own physical and mental prosperity. It implies having trained well-being propensities and carrying on with a fair way of life. This comes looking like getting enough quality rest, taking activity to fortify your muscles, keep your heart solid and help you remain adaptable, and drinking a lot of water. It implies going to the specialist if you experience a medical condition. What's more, embracing sound ways of dealing with especially difficult times to help you through the difficulties and stresses of regular day-to-day existence. Recall too that being thoughtful to yourself is a continuous interaction. It doesn't mean requiring several days to sustain yourself. On the off chance that you're feeling particularly low or bothered, it implies requiring customary investment consistently. Also, weak to care for your prosperity. Try not to hold on until you're debilitated to really focus on yourself. Try not to hold on until you're depleted previously. You have some time off. Avoidance is superior to fix, so make sure you embrace a support, taking care of oneself system.